Right now this morning, major traffic alert, downtown La Crosse commuters. This is for you, minutes away, what you need to know about a key street closure before you leave your house this morning. And how's that first dry January weekend treating you? A local wellness expert shares some practical tips to keep your momentum going after those first dry social gatherings.
Plus, we're cold, but hey, good news, we're not as cold as yesterday. We'll hold on to some drier conditions going through Wednesday and the possibility of warmer temperatures on the way. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Mark Jarrett.
It is Monday, January 6, 2025. Unfortunately, this is a day a lot of people have been dreading, right? First
right.
full week, back to school, back to work, but we'll get through it.
Yeah, we will.
Just bundle up and we'll get through it, right?
Sure. We'll start off with this as we get into it, my friends. We'll hold on to conditions like this. Temperatures ranging, we're looking at a short thermometer for today. We're seeing some temperatures that are kind of dropping as well locally this early morning because winds are starting to stir up. So we're going to be seeing some similar conditions as we go through the next couple of days as well. So that being said, we're dry until Wednesday, but we have seasonal average temperatures rising back until by Thursday. And that will mean we're holding on to temperatures that may get up to 26 to 24 degrees in some locations and in the low 30s going into your weekend. Next snow chance possibly Tuesday as well as Thursday going into Sunday as we finish out here locally. We'll hold on to the possibility of current temperatures right now. Eau Claire at 7 degrees, La Crosse at 8 degrees this early morning, 16 down in Prairie du Chien. Big difference. Why? Because we have the potential for a little bit of snow trying to get into the forecast up to the north. So that colder air has really been kind of kicking in a little bit, so much so that it feels like it's about -2 in Ladysmith. It feels like it's about -7 or so, or at least 7 degrees or so in Eau Claire, and it feels like it's about -4 as we get into La Crosse. When I come back, I'll have a better overview of how this plays out, but for now, fog is not really an issue for you this early morning getting into your commute. Back to you.
All right, Art. And as a winter storm hits Washington, D.C. today, Congress is tasked with certifying the electoral votes for the 2024 presidential election. Memories of this day from 2021 are prompting heightened security 4 years after a violent mob attacked the Capitol to prevent the affirmation of President Biden's win. CBS News correspondent Naomi Ruckham explains what will happen in Washington today and the measures in place to prevent violence.
On the eve of January 6th, President Joe Biden spoke to new Democratic members of Congress in Washington.
It's a day that most of our history we took for granted the 6th, but I hope we never take it for granted again.
This day in 2021 would become monumental to American history when a violent mob of Trump supporters stormed the Capitol as President-elect Donald Trump tried to get then Vice President Mike Pence to stop the election certification. Later today, senators and members of the House will meet in a joint session to tally the electoral votes from all 50 states and the District of Columbia. In what will be a glaring image on Capitol Hill in the Senate chambers, Vice President Kamala Harris will preside over the certification just months after losing the election to Donald Trump. This as over the weekend at Mar-a-Lago, the president-elect spoke at a screening of a new documentary questioning the legitimacy of the 2020 election while hosting Italy's prime minister.
To be still trying to fight a fight that he knows he lost is really sad.
Democrats have said there will be no attempt made to challenge the results. Still, given the history of January 6th, security will be tight and thousands of additional police officers will be on hand.
President-elect Trump has promised to issue pardons to many of the more than 1,500 people charged with crimes in connection to the January 6th riot. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar releasing a statement ahead of the certification today, calling the peaceful transfer of power a bedrock of our democracy. She also pledged to ensure the will of the people prevails. And today is the final day for Americans to pay their respects to former President Jimmy Carter in Atlanta. Over the weekend, crowds of mourners, you see some here, filed past the flag-draped casket of the 39th president. Others left tributes to his legacy at a growing memorial outside of the Carter Presidential Center.
He was a great man. Even if you maybe didn't agree with him politically, you could not deny what a good human he was.
The former president's body is expected to be moved to Washington, D.C. ahead of his state funeral at the Capitol Thursday. President Biden is expected to deliver one of the eulogies. President-elect Trump says he will also attend. And Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers ordering all flags to be flown at half-staff today in honor of former state Senator George Patak. Patak was elected to represent Racine and the Milwaukee suburbs back in '94. He was known for casting the deciding vote to provide state funding to build Miller Park, now known as American Family Field. He also served as administrator in the state's Department of Financial Institutions. This morning, authorities are still searching for that dangerous convicted felon tied to last week's triple murder in New Lisbon. News 8 Now's Allison Fergus shows us where the investigation stands today.
It's kind of creepy. I mean, you don't expect something like that.
The New Lisbon community still reeling after a woman and 2 juveniles were found dead in a home on Monday, December 30th. A man who lives across the street from the home says he saw the authorities' main suspect, 47-year-old Virgil Thu, leave the home on a regular basis.
He'd come out in the morning, and I'd have my dog outside, and he'd always wave, and then to find out the stuff that went on, yeah, it's like I said, it's creepy.
The resident says Thu struck him as normal and friendly. He was someone who'd wave when he'd drive by.
It really floored me when I heard what went on.
He says there's tension around town as the hunt for Thu continues.
And the anxiety of the possibility of this individual being around yet has got people on edge a little bit.
Authorities confirmed 2 sightings of Thu in the New Lisbon area, but now believe he may have left the area. A statewide crime alert was issued for Thu on Friday.
A lot of the people that I know just prepared themselves in case there was an encounter, but most people are being all right with it. But we're just hoping to find him.
Residents say things have calmed down a bit in the last few days, but the shock remains.
There's people that come from a bigger city and they're like, well, can't believe this is happening in our town.
Reporting in New Lisbon, Allison Fergut, News 8 Now, this morning.
We've reached out to law enforcement about the case, but they are remaining tight-lipped as they continue to investigate. Today marks 24 years since Eau Claire's Angelina Wall was taken from her family. Her murder still unsolved. The 22-year-old was walking home from her job at McDonald's on Hastings Way when she disappeared. Her body was later found along Rural Highway J near Fall Creek. This morning, Eau Claire County deputies renewing their promise. They won't rest until Angelina's killer is found. If you have any information, even after all these years, they say contact the sheriff's office or Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen. A La Crescent home damaged after a weekend fire. Crews responded to this home on Apple Blossom Drive for reports of heavy smoke around 11:30 Saturday morning. The fire chief says high winds and ongoing renovations complicated their efforts. While nobody was home at the time, investigators believe it may have started in the chimney.
Just make sure if you're leaving, your fires are completely out, and make sure you clean your chimneys at least a couple times a year. Get that creosote and everything out of it.
Multiple fire departments responded. A major closure on La Crosse Street could impact your commute. Eastbound lanes are shutting down today between 3rd and 7th Streets North for communication work. Your alternate route is to take 3rd Street South to Cass, then up to 7th to get around the closure. No word on how long the work will take. If you still got your Christmas tree up, here's your chance to get rid of it. La Crosse's citywide pickup starts this morning. Just make sure your tree is out by 7 a.m. Remember to strip off all decorations, tinsel, and tree bags. And if you can't catch today's pickup, you can drop your tree off at Myrick Park in the lot east of the gun shelter weekdays between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. You've got until January 17th to do so. I don't want to take it down. Time now is 6:09. Still ahead on your morning news. Nippon Steel considering suing the U.S. government. We'll tell you why. Meta's facing backlash after releasing AI users on its platform, and Oreo releasing some new flavors this year. And how one creative couple turned their favorite thrift store into a dream wedding venue. Wait until you hear the incredible price tag for their special day. The secret to the budget-friendly I-Do's later in the newscast. For now, we're setting you to break with something to put the good in your morning. A blizzard of kindness at a hockey game in Hershey, Pennsylvania. When the Bears scored their first goal, fans created an avalanche of teddy bears, showering the ice with more than 100,000 stuffed animals. That's a lot, shattering their own world record. Every single one of these cuddly toys will find a new home through local charities, bringing smiles to thousands of children. That is so many stuffed animals. Good for them. And before we go, we'll take a live look now at the U.S. Capitol this morning. This is where history is set to unfold in just a few hours. Congress will gather today to certify the Electoral College votes, marking Donald Trump as president-elect, a constitutional process taking place exactly 4 years after the January 6th attack. Stay with us. Your Consumer News is coming up.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelry is going out of business and closing their doors forever. Saturday, January 11th at 1 p.m. Save up to 81% off. Lowest prices on all fine jewelry store-wide. Don't miss your chance to save big at Holton's. Hurry in.
For anybody in this region who is facing mobility issues,
I'd recommend Access Elevator because I know Jason.
The thing that sets Jason apart is that commitment, that passion for making life more pleasant. He will help you think about how to make your life easier in ways that you have not thought about.
There's no second guessing. I immediately say, call Access.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevators. Stop in and see us today.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
Drive in and see Wisconsin's best furniture store. With holidays and the football season upon us, shop and order now.
Browse the most competitive prices on a huge selection of sofas, sectionals, and chairs.
Awesome discounts on power reclining with adjustable headrest, zero gravity, or lift.
Set the table this year with options from Ashley, Sunny Design, and our rustic Amish pieces. Looking for a better night's sleep? Try out any of our hybrid, all-foam, and double-sided mattresses with adjustable bases and frames available.
Furniture from our family to yours. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Senor Villa. At Senor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Senor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Senor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Pischke Motors has been family-owned and operated since 1920 and have you to thank for our continued success. Stop by our dealership in West Salem or La Crosse to find the Ram you're looking for. Get in a Ram 1500 Laramie or Bighorn today. We've got great deals on new Rams right now. When you find the perfect truck, you'll feel it.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelry is going out of business and closing their doors forever. Saturday, January 11th at 1 p.m. Save up to 81% off. Lowest prices on all fine jewelry store-wide. Don't miss your chance to save big at Holton's. Hurry in.
Well, good morning to you and welcome back. As I've mentioned before, we have these winds that continue to press through the area right now. We're also seeing cold and dry conditions in the forecast, but despite that, we still have a little snow in the forecast that continues to push off a little bit of snow from Lake Michigan. There you can see kind of moving over to the UP. Eventually, we'll get into the dew points. We are really dry out there right now. Look at this. La Crosse is still 0 degrees. It's -2 up there in Eau Claire. And of course, as you take a look down, we're looking at Prairie du Chien holding on to dry conditions there at 7 degrees. Observed winds, though, we're holding on to these winds starting to tick up. Now, the winds themselves here, they don't look like they're a major issue, but we have some wind gusts that are up to about 23 miles per hour in some cases. You can see all the way out there by Madison and, of course, Beaver Dam. We're also seeing down to the south here by us here, we're holding on to 16 in Viroqua, 14 in Decorah, and over in areas by Preston, they're looking at 16. Current temperatures for it right now, 8 degrees up there in Ladysmith, over to 7 degrees in Eau Claire. Back down to La Crosse, we're looking at 8 degrees, and of course Sparta as well as Black River Falls at 9 degrees. What it feels like on your skin out there, though, 7 degrees in Eau Claire. Black River Falls not reporting there, but we're looking at -4 in La Crosse, so it's a little colder on your skin, despite being colder, not as cold as we were just yesterday, as I've mentioned. Visibility not an issue because of the winds right now, so that's helpful. Wind gusts will pick up. You see them at 22 miles per hour for La Crosse, turning to 17 miles per hour going into the 9 o'clock hour. Everybody else holding on at least under 19 to 20 miles per hour in some cases. This will continue as we go through the day, holding on by 5 o'clock going into your evening commute. You're looking at winds tapering down a bit, down to 19 in Viroqua, La Crosse at 14, and they'll continue to drop down as we finish out into the evening hours. La Crosse goes into at least mostly cloudy, becoming partly cloudy, going into mostly sunny skies as we roll into the afternoon. In and out of the cloud cover we are. We'll see Eau Claire holding on to 8 a.m., at least partly cloudy skies, going to mostly sunny skies into your afternoon as well. I'll have more about your forecast coming up for you in just a moment. Please stick around.
In your morning consumer news, Japanese company Nippon Steel says it's considering suing the U.S. government. President Biden blocked its attempt to acquire U.S. Steel Friday. Nippon Steel's CEO says the company is entitled to a proper review. Biden says he stopped the deal in the interest of national security. A number of lawmakers in both parties and the National Steelworkers Union also oppose the acquisition. Tech giant Meta is scrambling to delete several of its own AI-generated accounts. The move comes after human users began engaging with the accounts and posting about the bot's sloppy imagery and tendency to lie in chats with humans. That raised concerns that AI-generated content would disrupt a main function of social media, fostering human-to-human connection. A Meta spokesperson says the AI characters were part of an experiment. And Oreo is releasing 6 new flavors in 2025. Already on the shelves are this year's Super Bowl cookies and Golden Oreo Cakesters. Other new flavors include Irish cream thins and peanut butter. The company is also releasing a new line of frozen Oreo bites. And Oreo also announced new flavors last year, but this year will be making some of those permanent. Tying the knot can be pricey, with the average cost of a wedding estimated to be about $35,000. But one couple across the pond is proving you don't have to break the bank to have the wedding of your dreams. CBS's Leah Mishkin reports from England.
He was a great man. Even if you maybe didn't agree with him politically, you could not deny what a good human he was.
All right, having some technical difficulties there. We will send it over now to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett for a look at our Monday forecast.
All right, and away we go here. Hopefully switching out to this again to show you the system that's been moving on. It's a light little shortwave kind of pushing through. We have another 1 or 2 of those slipping through the air as we finish out today. That being said, as it continues to draw out of the area slowly but surely, we're seeing it push in a little bit of wind associated with that coming out of the northwest, and also a little bit of snow getting along the eastern portion going towards Lake Michigan. All right, so that's what's happening there. We'll get into what's going on for us here locally. We'll go into cold air. Not as cold as yesterday, as I've mentioned. I just want to let you know that, but you're still going to need to bundle up because those winds are putting in a bit of a light wind chill back into the forecast, so it's making it a little bit colder on your skin as you're heading on out. So dry conditions will last all the way into Wednesday. However, we will see as we go deeper into the week, though, we'll start to see seasonal average temperatures come in for Thursday and for Friday, and then by the weekend we get even warmer going into the lower 30s. For now, though, we'll see snow possibilities for Tuesday, not out of the question, and the next round of snow possibly coming back again for this Thursday, coming in again for Saturday night going into Sunday, which is probably the better chance at that happening. It's about a 30% chance, and it still could put some snow on the ground. Visibility not an issue because of the winds, as I've mentioned before, but take a look here. We'll get into it here. Look at some of that snow trying to get down to the ground as we go into Tuesday, and then it kind of draws back down all the way down to La Crosse, and then up and out it goes going into Wednesday. So that's what's happening there. So we get that first round coming in. We get back into Thursday with more clouds starting on the increase as we go right through it, and then you see some light snow. Now, when it gets lighter like that, it looks like it may not occur. Snow like this right here, that kind of snow, that will occur. But you get into it here, so you see it kind of brushing the southern tier of the state here. You'll also see some of that light possibilities of snow, or even whatever it drops down to the ground, if it does get down to the ground, because we're so dry, as I mentioned before. But holding on to that, you're seeing that will go all the way into Friday with the potential. That could mean maybe the possibility of some icy roadways getting into the forecast for Friday. That being said, take a look. Today is a short thermometer, 22 to about 24 degrees out there. You'll see maybe 26 over there in Boscobel. Partly cloudy skies will be part of our forecast, maybe even some sunshine. But here's a look as we go right into Monday here today. You get into the morning hours, you're seeing that snow trying to get all the way down to Wausau and Marshfield, and then up and out it goes. But we get into Monday night tonight, and then we see clouds increase with snow possibly coming back in the forecast. And there's the snow right there from Winona. That's at 10 o'clock in the morning for Tuesday. And then you see it right by La Crosse as well as Sparta, getting down to Viroqua, and then up and out it goes. And I've showed you that before. That's the second time as that continues to move through the area. The zone forecast, as we can roll right through it, everybody's going to be partly cloudy skies for the better part of the day. You're going to be seeing that happen for most folks. Some folks may get into mostly sunny skies, as you can see right there from Trimpaloo, mostly sunny conditions for you, and that extends all the way up into areas right by Ladysmith. They're partly cloudy skies, and Eau Claire looks to be at least partly cloudy skies as well. Highs for Tuesday, you're looking at conditions to be like this, from 20 to about 26 degrees out there. And as we carry over to the next 8 days, and away we go, holding on to cold conditions, but not as cold as yesterday. We'll do the same for tomorrow. Potential for the snow, as I just showed you. Colder for Wednesday, though. Temperatures drop down to 18, and we warm you back up going into Thursday and Friday, back to seasonal average temperatures, and even warmer for your weekend. Back to you, Alexandra.
All right, thank you. Well, could the answer to your back pain be as simple as taking a walk? Coming up, Dr. Sanjay Gupta shares surprising new research about preventing those aches, including what you need to know before lacing up your shoes.
Coming up in the Blitz, a full breakdown of the Packers-Bears game, plus reaction from inside the locker room and podium. That coming your way shortly.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Are you ready for college but don't know where to start? CVTC's Fast Pass on Thursday, January 9th in Eau Claire and River Falls will help you take your next step. In just 90 minutes, apply, enroll, and explore financial aid. Apply for free at the event and get entered to win a $500 scholarship. Start your future with flexible, hands-on programs that will help you get to a career you love. Register today at cvtc.edu/fastpass.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. Choose American Waterworks.
No matter your level of comfort with technology, our secure website allows for worry-free transactions. Whether at your computer or in the palm of your hand, our mobile app lets you manage your account on the go. For over 120 years, Union State Bank has provided our customers and community with quality financial services. We're here for you and welcome you to bank with us.
Union State Bank, where customers and community come first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With a tankless system, you can have unlimited hot water whenever and for however long you need it. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
The Blitz. Well, entering yesterday's 210th all-time meeting between the Packers and Bears, Chicago hadn't beaten Green Bay at Lambeau Field since Thanksgiving of 2015. Pack hoping to get a win and a Commanders loss to jump to the 6th seed in the NFC. Bears trying to snap a 10-game losing streak this season, and it was a good start for them. On the Daniel Whelan punt, everyone in the green and gold thinks the ball is headed to the right side of the field. The one major issue is it went left, and Josh Blackwell is waiting for it with some blockers in front of him, taking it 94 yards to the house to open up the scoring. Bears would tack on another via a DeAndre Swift rushing score, but the Packers would respond. Malik Willis, who was in for an injured Jordan Love, gives it to Josh Jacobs, and he's in from 9 yards out to make it 14-10. Then in the fourth quarter, DJ Moore would score on a screen to make it 21-13. So the Green Bay offense needing to find themselves in the end zone, and this will help. Fantastic catch by Malik Heath to keep the drive going. In the next play, it's Emmanuel Wilson getting the call. He will bounce it to the outside and score as he gets to the edge and draws this one closer here. 2-point conversion, no good. So the Bears have it, just needing some first downs to end this game, but Moore coughs it up on the Carrington Valentine hit, and Javon Bullard gathers it for Green Bay. On comes Brandon McManus from 55 yards in the freezing temperatures. It's bending towards the middle. It's got the leg, and it is good. So the Packers just need to stop, but Chicago gets close enough to give Cairo Santos a chance to win it and snap the 11-game losing streak to the green and gold, and he buries it. Santos got his field goal blocked to win the game earlier this year against GB, and he is the hero yesterday. Our own Kate Overton was in Green Bay, and he's got the post-game report.
Jacob, they don't call it the frozen tundra for no reason. It was cold, but regardless of the temperature, the Packers looked to gain some momentum by winning their 12th straight game over the Chicago Bears. Things looked rough early on as Green Bay got off to yet another slow start filled with special team errors and turnovers.
Ball security, that's on me. I got a lock on my wrist. Little things like that, that's pivotal to the game. So, you got to lock in on little details.
The Packers took a lead late in the game, but with under a minute to go, Chicago drove past the defense and hit a game-winning field goal.
We gave up points on defense that really hurt us, and then we was trying to play catch-up the whole game. And we had a chance to win it as a defense, but we just didn't come through.
As for Jordan Love, he left the game after getting some numbness in his throwing hand. If needed, he could have came back in the game. But that's in the past, and now they're moving on to the playoffs.
Obviously, we're not going in with momentum, but who cares? We got to find a way to get better and go attack this week. And obviously, we're going to be playing some good teams here in the playoffs, and we got to find a way to go win.
We got to wipe this as soon as possible. It's a new season now. It's everybody's 0-0. We knew we were going to have to go on the road, so we're going to have to go on the road to Philly, and we'll figure out what day we play, and we'll have a plan in place. But obviously, very disappointed right now.
That's a wrap from Lambeau Field. The Packers will now get ready for Wild Card Weekend. They'll head to Philadelphia for a date with the Eagles. It's a rematch from Week 1. The Eagles got the best of Green Bay 34-29 down in Brazil, but this one's going to be on U.S. soil, and the Packers will look to get revenge. Reporting from Green Bay, Kate Overton, News 8 Now.
All right, good stuff, Cade. Thank you very much. So here's what we've got for next week in the wild card round. The Packers get the 7th seed and will take on Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts and company on Sunday at 3:30. Green Bay won the most recent playoff meeting, 21-16, back in the wild card round in 2010. And Minnesota lost last night, so they'll take on the Rams on Monday night at 7:15. Looking forward to following along in some playoff football. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
Let River City Grill in Winona, Minnesota be your new go-to dinner destination. We provide exceptional service no matter the occasion. From date nights to family outings with the kids, we have something for everybody at the table. Enjoy one of our 23 tap beers and pair it with a burger and fries during our happy hour from 2 to 6 p.m. Or, for a fine dining experience, try our salmon and steak entrees paired with our amazing signature cocktails. River City Grill, located in Winona, Minnesota. Call or book an online reservation today.
Attention business owners, start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait, our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
As I deteriorated, I needed something that would allow me to go from floor in the garage to floor in the home. Jason helped introduce to me all sorts of accessibility equipment. I have no questions about credibility and research. Personally, if somebody was asking me, I would say, here's who I would call.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevator. Stop in and see us today.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
In your morning medical news, it's a problem that millions of Americans face, lower back pain. It can have a significant impact on your body, limiting range of motion and even causing pain that radiates to other parts of the body. But there is a path to relief without medication. Mandy Gaither has more on how one exercise may help lessen the pain.
It's a common complaint. Data from a national health interview survey showed 39% of all U.S. adults reported back pain in 2019. The percentage of adults who experienced it increased with age. More than 45% of those aged 65 and older reported this pain, and women were found to be more likely to experience back pain than men.
New research suggests there's an easy way to possibly prevent it. And that's by simply walking, simply moving. A recent study linked walking to fewer flare-ups and backaches, and we know that walking is good for the entire body.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta says walking helps strengthen muscles, improves metabolism, and more. But if you're just starting out, he cautions not to try to do too much at first.
Make sure to vary your pace and distance throughout the week, especially if you're in pain. Also consider adding resistance training and stretching, particularly back exercises, to your routine.
And if you plan to start walking, Gupta says what you wear on your feet is also important so that you don't injure other parts of your body.
Experts also recommend getting proper fitting shoes with good arch support. Very important for your hips and your back.
The CDC says common causes of lower back pain include heavy manual labor, sitting for long periods of time, or sudden movements like bending or twisting, but it can also be caused by certain medical conditions, including sprains, spinal stenosis, and arthritis. And lacrosse parents have spoken with their favorite baby names of the year. At Gunderson, 2 boy names tied for the top spot, Wyatt and Leo, with Noah close behind. For baby girls, Lainey took the crown, with Amelia and Evelyn rounding out the top 3. Local veterans came together for a special cause at La Crosse's American Legion Post 52 yesterday. The monthly SOS breakfast raised funds for the Legion Honor Squad, which provides military honors at veteran funerals and represents our community at local events. Beyond raising money, these breakfasts bring veterans and their families together, strengthening bonds over a shared meal.
We feel we're for veterans, veteran families, and the community. So we hope everybody here can show up and have breakfast so that we can enjoy doing that.
The Legion hosts the breakfast on the first Sunday of every month. La Crosse families got up close with nature this weekend, including a special visit from a red-tailed hawk. The Nature Places free monthly program let kids try their hand at nature crafts and learn about falconry. These Saturday sessions are bringing local families together while sparking curiosity about the natural world around us.
It's really hard for families to find something to do just to get their family engaged in the community and for people to be able to be connected.
If you missed Saturday's event, don't worry, another one will be held February 1st. Hollywood's biggest stars gathered last night for the 82nd Golden Globes, Hollywood's biggest party. Danya Backus has more from the red carpet in Beverly Hills.
Good evening and welcome to the 82nd Golden Globes, Ozempic's biggest night.
First-time host Nikki Glazer kicked off Hollywood's biggest party of the year.
Well, tonight we celebrate the best of film and hold space for television.
The awards, which celebrate the best in film and television, gave Zoe Saldana her first Globe as Best Supporting Actress in Emilia Perez.
I know that it is a competition, but all that I have witnessed is just us showing up for each other and celebrating each other, and it's just so beautiful.
Emilia Perez, the most nominated film of the night, would go on to win 3 other awards, including Best Musical or Comedy. 62-year-old Demi Moore won Best Actress for her role as an older woman reinventing herself in the film The Substance.
I've been doing this a long time, like over 45 years, and this is the first time I've ever won anything as an actor. And I'm just so humbled and so grateful.
Sebastian Stan won for his portrayal of a man with a facial disfigurement.
Our ignorance and discomfort around disability and disfigurement has to end now.
The Golden Globes officially kicks off Hollywood's award season, and here on the red carpet, there's a lot of excitement and anticipation to see which movies and actors are gaining momentum for the Oscars. Brady Corbet won Best Director for his film The Brutalist. It was also named Best Drama Film.
No one was asking for a 3.5-hour film, but it works.
And Wicked won the Globe for cinematic and box office achievement.
On the television side, Shogun won 4 awards, including Best Drama, Actor and Actress. Hacks took home the Best Musical or Comedy Award with its star Jean Smart, honored as Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy Series. Now we'll send it over to Art. He has a look at our morning commute.
Do I, though? Do I have that
I hope
right
you
now?
do.
I don't know. We'll get into it right now. You're looking at cold conditions out there and dry, coming out of the northwest with these winds kicking in. I just had some coffee, so I feel much better now. We're getting into 13 degrees out there for La Crosse as we get into the 7 o'clock hour for you. You're holding on to at least partly to mostly cloudy skies, and it's a slight wind chill, as I mentioned. Heading home, though, at 3 o'clock, you're looking at cold. The winds are tapering off for you there. Then we take it to Eau Claire. You're at 8 degrees by the time we get into the 7 o'clock hour for you, holding on to temperatures that are going to be about 18 degrees later on today, and we're looking at the winds to taper off a little bit earlier than it will happen for La Crosse. Current temperatures, you can see it right there, getting into 7s right there for La Crosse, and for Eau Claire and Ladysmith. Eau Claire and are down to the south here at La Crosse. You're looking at 8 degrees. 10 degrees you get into areas by Viroqua and Black River Falls. Sparta's at 9. Feels like temperatures out there though, 7 degrees. It feels like Eau Claire. Feels like it's -4 in La Crosse. So I tell you what, yeah, it's going to feel a little bit cold. So bundle up the kiddos if they are going to school today. You're looking at least some about 3 to 9 miles per hour or so for the forecast. Wind gusts have been up to 16 miles per hour locally, even warmer or higher as you get into areas by Madison. You're looking at wind gusts right now, though, as we get into at least the 9 o'clock hour. You're getting up to at least 19 and 17 by the time you get into the 10 o'clock hour. Going into the 1 o'clock hour, you're still holding on to winds tapering down gradually. Eau Claire has already tapered down. They're down to 10 to 8 miles per hour as we finish out the day. And not much in the way of fog happening for your local forecast. So when I come back, I'll have a better view of how this all plays out. So please stick around.
Still to come, if you're considering dry January, learn the benefits of taking a month off alcohol when we're joined live in studio by a Gunderson Health System official on Mindful Monday.
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Dreaming of a career but worried about time and cost?
At CVTC, we make it easy. With low tuition costs and a wide variety of programs to choose from, we'll get you job ready in just 1 to 2 years. You'll graduate with minimal debt and find a career you love with competitive starting salaries. Dive into your future today with affordable, fast, and rewarding programs at CVTC. Visit cvtc.edu to learn more.
We see you out there, giving your whole heart to what you do. That doesn't mean you have to give your whole wallet, too. It's why we make sure that as you find your way, you can find value along the way. Like $3 off select Blaine's brand cat food. Get a free $15 gift card with $75 spent on Purina Pro Plan. Plus, rewards members get free same-day delivery on pet orders of $49 or more.
That's what I'm talking about.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
News 8 Now and the Co-op Credit Union are taking part in Chase the Chill.
Chase the Chill is a project across North America that provides warm clothing to people in need. Scarves, hats, and gloves are hung on trees in parks with notes attached to them, letting people know they can take them.
Co-op Credit Union and our community are conducting our own Chase the Chill campaign from December through February.
Together, we can keep our community warm this winter.
Donations will be accepted at the Co-op Credit Union location in Alaska.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. Right now, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/keep-and-switch.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us.
Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Chart your career with a fabricator position at Chart Industries. Starting wage up to $30 per hour with no experience necessary. Excellent pay and awesome benefits. Apply now at jobs.chartindustries.com.
All right, well, welcome back here as we get into it. Down to the south, though, we have a little bit of slight rotation down there. You can see it kind of moving there, kind of clockwise, counterclockwise, you can see, so the low's getting dragged out of the area. We'll go right back into holding on to this particular system that's kind of moving out of the region right now. It brought in a little snow over to the east, and of course, we'll see if that even brings more back later on tonight as well. Cold conditions holding on to today. We'll see that going into at least the next couple of days. We're not as cold as we were just yesterday, but by the time we get into Wednesday, we'll be much colder, dropping back down to 18 for our high. We're also looking at Wednesday for drier conditions in the forecast. So we have snow possibilities coming in for Tuesday. We could see that coming in as early as tonight going into Tuesday morning. In fact, we'll also see going into, into Thursday and Sunday, possibly for the next round of snow. Not much in the way of fog until now. You can see Black River Falls starting to show up a little bit of fog there, so please be careful if you're heading in that direction or away from that direction. You'll get into this fog, low cloud activity getting into here up to the north. In fact, you'll also see a little bit of snow trying to get down to the forecast we get into tomorrow, going into Wednesday as well. That clears out, going into, again, another batch coming back for Thursday. That continues to move a little bit closer to us as we go right into Thursday. You can see it kind of sliding right across there from the Twin Cities up to Ladysmith and Eau Claire, dropping back down to the south to La Crosse right here as well. And that continues to pull down a little bit more, so possibly going into Friday as that continues down. Lighter snow, though. The brighter you get here, the more snow is possible that gets on the ground. This may not stick on the ground if it gets there at all. So right now, that's what we're looking at. Highs for Monday, as we get into your forecast, we're looking at 23 now, showing up in Ladysmith instead of 22 to about 24. So a very short thermometer. Other locations could possibly get up to 25. We could see Boscobel getting up to at least 26 today as well, holding on the possibility of conditions to play out like this as we finish out the day. We'll go into the evening commute, holding on to teens pretty much. Whoa, in fact, we'll also see holding on to at least 11 o'clock. We're looking at clouds increasing We'll also see that continue to go into the area as that continues to drop right back into your forecast, holding on to La Crosse, Sparta, as well as Black River Falls. We could see some snow moving back into your forecast again up to the north by Marsfield as well. That being said, as we finish out going through the zones, you're going to see most folks are going to either be partly cloudy today or mostly sunny to finish out the remainder of your daytime. And as that continues to happen, we'll go all the way into your forecast for tomorrow to show you what plays out for you. You're looking at Tuesday to be like this, holding on to at least some mostly cloudy skies with temperatures from 20 to about 26 degrees out there. And of course, your next 8 days will hold on to temperatures from 23 to 22 degrees, much colder on Wednesday at 18 degrees, and also warming up as we go back to Thursday and Friday with seasonal average temperatures and much warmer for your weekend.
It is Mindful Monday, and today we're putting down the glass. According to recent data, 1 in 5 Americans say they sometimes drink more than they should. Here to discuss Dry January is Gunderson Wellness Education Specialist Katie Young. Good morning, Katie. Nice to see you again.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
So Dry January, we hear a lot about it, right? Why would somebody consider doing Dry January?
Yeah, so you think about it, it comes really at a great time. We're coming off of the holiday season where we're going to be eating a lot more different. We're also drinking a lot more differently as well. And it's just a really great time to reset your new year on a great foot. And really gives you that chance to reset your relationship with alcohol in general.
Okay, interesting.
So what type of physical changes could occur with folks once they start or go through this dry January?
Yeah, so people report having better sleep. They report more mental clarity, less stress. Weight loss even can come with that too. So I know sometimes when people are thinking of new year, new me and resolutions, weight loss is a big one. Alcohol can play a big role in that as well. And then some even report clear skin.
Okay, yeah, that's great. We've got some benefits up on the screen now. So any top tips for success? You know, I'm sure it's not an easy thing to do, especially like you mentioned, we come off the holidays where every night is a party. So what are some tips there?
So some big tips here, figure out your main reason why you're wanting to participate in general in Dry January, as well as your relationship with alcohol. What does that look like? Find your people who are going to help support you in that. Having that social support can be really important, and especially if you maybe are in some of those sticky situations where you're like, oh, should I go back, should I not? Just having those people there to help support you is really great. Also have a really good plan and play for when February hits, because you don't want to just completely destroy all your progress that you just had over a dry month of January. So setting those sustainable goals that can help you into the future.
All right, so how about we go to the opposite direction of what you were just talking about finding your people. What about the other side, people that are trying to get you to drink, social pressure?
Yeah, well, so definitely important to practice saying no. You might have to practice in front of a mirror, and you may think that it looks silly or sounds silly, but it is really important there. Talking to your family about those goals, sharing your why is going to be really important, because then maybe they can understand it a little bit, and who knows, you might even encourage somebody who wants to participate in Dry January with you.
Right, and it could be a segue to more, right? You start by saying January. I know I've had friends who started with that, and then they just never started drinking again after it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, very, very popular movement that we're seeing. Any resources that Gunderson has? You know, people are looking to cut back on alcohol.
Yeah, so definitely talk to your primary care provider. They are there to help you, so they would be a really great resource. Otherwise, Great Rivers 211 has a whole staff of people who are awesome and can help you navigate some of those questions that you might have or looking for local resources, and also can help you look for those local and community resources that can help you either quit or cut back, whatever your goals are.
Okay.
Now, some people may realize that if they don't drink during a whole month, they may not have a tolerance again. So when they try to start drinking again for the next month, they could get into a little bit of trouble.
Absolutely. So having those sustainable goals ahead of time and reintroducing slowly, not going, jumping right off the deep end, because you don't want to have those poor health effects afterwards.
Right, and that is progress, a month without alcohol. So yeah, you really don't want to ruin that all, right? By going a little bit too crazy when you get back into it. And so Dry January, typically it's people not drinking at all. But if, maybe you're a little bit, that's a big goal for you. Is it okay if you maybe just aim to cut back? Is that an option too?
Absolutely. So some people even consider practicing what they call damp January, where it's not 100% dry, but it's definitely setting those goals, maybe setting a limit on how much you drink per week, or maybe even per day. If you're somebody who likes to, drink every single day, maybe you cut it down to a couple days at a time and then continue to move forward, possibly even going dry for a week.
Okay, damp or dry. Well, great. Thank you so much, Katie, for being here.
Thanks so much for having me this morning.
Nice to see you. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, it's a new year for Begno's America, and David Begno will help us try to live a better life in 2025 by introducing us to a happiness professor. Yeah, that's a real thing. Also, Nate shares his love of football with me and shows me what a typical training day looks like for an NFL player. No one got hurt, although I definitely felt sore the next day. Also, Oscar-nominated actor June Squibb is here in studio to talk about starring in the action comedy Thelma. She is 95 years old, and believe it or not, she did most of her own stunts. Tom Cruise, she is. All that more at 7.
Welcome to Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique. Whether you're a gourmet cook or an aspiring foodie, we have something for your style and taste. See our selection of gourmet cookware, bakeware, and appliances. Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique. Stop in today and tell them Peyton sent you.
The camper. It has been a reliable companion for your family's good times. But after years of use, it has shown some wear and tear. A broken window from an errant baseball, a couch that your dog allegedly chewed on, and an AC unit that doesn't work like it should. It's time to call Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. We have been improving your family's camper since 1970. Call us today and we will make your camper feel brand new. Jim's Truck and Trailer Coachworks. Repair, refinish, remarkable.
Bad feet? Bad back? Get Good Feet with a personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good feet, good hugs. Good feet, good days. Good feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
What will you find at Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique? Everything you need and more. See our selection of Polish pottery, cookware, olive oils and vinegar, and our gadget wall. Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique, located inside Wesco and Sparta. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Welcome back at 6:52. Time for your morning news now. A West Salem man faces court today after allegedly trying to break into a Liberty home. Deputies say 44-year-old Joel Davis attempted to enter the home on Highway 56 between Viroqua and Viola early Saturday. Nobody was hurt. Deputies believe drugs may have played a role. Today marks 24 years since Eau Claire's Angelina Wall was taken from her family. Her murder still unsolved. The 22-year-old was walking home from her job at McDonald's on Hastings Way when she disappeared. Her body was later found along Rural Highway J near Fall Creek. This morning, Eau Claire County deputies renewing their promise they won't rest until Angelina's killer is found. If you have any information, even after all these years, they say call the sheriff's office or Crime Stoppers. A La Crescent home damaged in a weekend fire. Crews responded to this home on Apple Blossom Drive for reports of heavy smoke around 11:30 Saturday morning. The fire chief says high winds and ongoing renovations complicated their efforts. While nobody was home at the time, investigators believe it may have started in the chimney. The official cause remains under investigation.
Just make sure if you're leaving, your fires are completely out, and make sure you clean your chimneys at least a couple times a year. Get that creosote and everything out of it.
Multiple departments responded. Today's the last day for Americans to pay their respects to former President Jimmy Carter in Atlanta. He's been lying in repose since Saturday. Tomorrow, services move to D.C. Carter will lie in state at the U.S. Capitol until his funeral on January 9th. Flags across Wisconsin fly at half-staff today. honoring former state Senator George Patak, who died at 75. He represented Racine and Milwaukee suburbs, casting the historic deciding vote that built what's now American Family Field. He later served in the state's Department of Financial Institutions. Today, Congress certifies the results of the 2024 election for President-elect Donald Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. It comes 4 years after the January 6th insurrection, when a mob of Trump supporters violently stormed the U.S. Capitol in an attempt to prevent certification of President Joe Biden's win. Sunday, the president said he intends to do everything in his power to respect a peaceful transfer of power. And Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar releasing a statement calling the peaceful transfer of power a bedrock of our democracy, and that she will ensure the will of the people prevails. A major closure on LaCrosse Street could impact your morning commute. Eastbound lanes are shutting down between 3rd and 7th Street North for communication work. No word on when the work will wrap up. If you still have your Christmas tree up, you can get rid of it today. La Crosse's citywide pickup starts this morning. Make sure your tree is out by 7 a.m. You got 5 minutes. Remember, strip off all decorations, tinsel, and tree bags. And if you can't catch today's pickup, you can drop your tree off at Myrick Park between 7 and 3 on weekdays. Art, I can't speak anymore. I'm done.
They've got 5 minutes, now down to 4 minutes. All right, I've got about, 20 seconds? All right, here we get into it here. Cold today, not as cold as yesterday. We're going to see tomorrow's going to be fairly similar, but we may have a little bit of snow. It's about a 20% chance of that occurring. You notice you don't see it on the graphic there, so it's a slight chance. The next round, as we go into Thursday, possible snow moving to the picture, another 20% chance. And then again, Saturday night going into Sunday, we've got about a 30% chance of snow on the way, possibly working right back into early morning for sunrise on Monday of next week.
Oh, me again. All right. A different kind of highlight from the Cowboys game. Kicker Brandon Aubrey's second quarter kickoff went so far off course, it accidentally found a new target. One of Dallas's own cheerleaders. There, she got hit right there. Don't worry, though. She's okay. Probably has quite the story to tell about a day that she caught a Cowboys kick. Just not exactly as planned. Yeah, that went viral pretty fast. I saw that all over social media last night. Ouch. Glad she's okay, but
Did it now.
good story to tell.
Okay.
Good story to tell,
All right.
right? Well, thank you for waking up with us this morning. We will see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Monday.